What's up, y'all? How's it going? Eric Miltowski here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm drawing today, finishing up some art. I started at Wondercon last weekend or 2 weekends ago, one or the other. So, figured I'd just stream and draw. Mainly working on some backgrounds. So I got my Spider-Man 2099 and then the Blue Beetle. So got some more work to do on him, but lots of backgrounds to do. So figured I'll stream that and tell you a little bit about how I do some backgrounds. So this one, we're kind of looking up at him. So I want to do not the focus line, but the vanishing point will be above his head. I got my big, long 24-inch ruler, so I got to kind of keep my paper straight so it doesn't move too much, so that way I can place my vanishing point and just kind of guess where it would fall, and then I'm just going to move my ruler and start drawing some lines. Nice and lightly, try not to move my paper, keep everything in line. And here we go. Loosely drew in some background. Not too concerned with the background. Really, I'm just concerned with the main image. This is going to be a print, so I'm going to color it. And the background in my head is just going to be kind of, is going to be maybe a little blurry, just so you can make out some buildings. Not a lot of detail, so I'm not going super crazy as far as how much is going to be in the background. But I moved, so let me make sure my lines are pretty similar here. But the problem is if the ruler moves or the paper moves, you got to kind of start over. So I'm trying not to screw it up. So I have an idea for an invention. I want to make a ruler that has a suction cup on one end, so that way you just put it on your table and that's your vanishing point, and it's fixed and it won't move. I've yet to invent that, but I've got a suction cup over here. Got my suction cup, so I just need to figure out how to attach that to my ruler, and then I'm good to go. But prototype coming soon. There's got to be an easier way to do perspective lines. Okay, I mean, that's pretty much it. So now my lines are in perspective, and I can just kind of map it out from there. Yeah. Then with the Blue Beetle one, this one, we're looking down. We're on top looking down into the city. So then what I would do for that one is a reverse of what I just did. Another option, something my mentor Mike Miller told me a while ago, is basically you put the ruler, you stick it in your belly, and then you just put it on the paper, and then you just, again, keep your paper steady, but you just slowly move the ruler, but it's fixed. It's fixed in your stomach there. You just push it in there, and boom, there you go. You move the ruler, and that's a quick way to get some perspective lines. Of course, you need a long ruler, but could do this. I just got to figure out where. Let's give it a shot. Figure out where I want my point to be. So the way I drew it is definitely not good. Well, at least this side. This side's not good. This side's, it's okay. So let's go back to this way. I want to do this way. I feel like this would be a little more true. So I want to find one line that I like and see if I can. Yeah, I like that. All right, so I'm going to keep this here. Keep my paper steady. So this is how I do backgrounds. As long as I'm not too concerned with the background. Otherwise, what I would do is if, I do my roughs, then in Photoshop, I could lay down more accurate lines for myself. But these lines here, roughed them in, this would be kind of like going into the background, just kind of like fading back in the back. And so again, not super concerned with the backgrounds here, really concerned with the main character. He's the focus, but then just getting some, you know, decent background in there. Looks cool. So they're both kind of futuristic-y kind of backgrounds. So here we go. I'm also streaming this on Facebook. So what's up, Facebook peeps? See a like over there. How's it going? How's it going? All right, so at some point the building would go up again. I like to just rough in my backgrounds very lightly. Just kind of get an idea of what I'm trying to create. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as I know the direction I'm going. And then, because if I just have a bunch of lines on the paper, sometimes artists will just have a whole grid going, like all the perspective laid out in a grid. I can't really, once I see the grid, it's like I can't really focus on what I want, you know, the background to look like. It's hard for me to make out, okay, well, I want a building there. So what I do is I just lightly rough in buildings and where I imagine they would be. And then I place my grid. So that way at least I know where I'm going with it. So I kind of do a little bit of the reverse. Oh, it's no good. My ruler was not on the paper that time. Let's see, we're still moving. Okay, I see some stuff over here. If you're really concerned with the perspective and you want everything to just be perfect, then you're going to want to go, do not go this route. This is the quick way. This is the shortcut way, Eric's shortcut. So if you want everything to be perfect there, you're going to have to put in the time and draw that grid. And then also, I'm only going one point perspective so far. Then you want to do all the other lines. So I still got to do the other stuff here. But I purposely went with a few different angles. So that way it's easier to, you know, hide your bad perspective if you're doing a lot of angles. So that's what I'm doing. So let's see. So over here, okay, on this one, I'm going to stick the ruler in my belly and I'm going to go this route. And go a little further out. So these would be the horizontal lines. That's over here. A lot of shadows. You can't see what I'm doing here. Myself some more light. There we go. Now you probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna rough it in real quick. Go up here. And if it looks funky, then I can change it, but just want to get my basic lines down here. All right, so there's some basic lines. This would come over here. So again, by no means perfect, just trying to create a cool looking city below. It's kind of futuristic-y. So yeah, there you go. So this, I could tell like this angle, and these are starting to get a little too much. So I can just erase those. Try again. All right, here's his wings. Skaboosh. Skaboosh. Okay. Back over here. Need a line over here. Ruler in the belly. And boosh. There's that one. And then I'll leave that alone for now. So again, in colors, I can do a lot of different things, and I could actually get a little better perspective in Photoshop. Makes it a little easier, and if I mess it up, it's easier to change in Photoshop. So I'm going to keep it very basic, but here is a basic outline for my background, using just a few lines of perspective. Nothing crazy, not going overboard. Let me see, add a line over here. And again, I'm not going to be super crazy about the background. It's really about the character, so it doesn't have to be perfect for me. That's for me. So this is a quick way to do backgrounds without my super cool invention that I will make. And it will revolutionize drawing perspective on an artboard. If you're doing it in Photoshop and you're doing it digitally, there's a lot of tools you can do to help you there, but this is for the traditional artists, guys. For the traditional peeps out there. The guy's still drawing traditionally. And if you've got better ideas on how to do perspective, please let me know. Love to hear them. Maybe you have a cool invention that I don't know about. All right, so maybe let me check the chat, see if anybody's there. Creators Outlet, what's going on? Hail, nerds. Hail. What's going on? All right, so got that done. But I need to ink this up here. Drew a cool, he's creating this crazy gun thing. So I need my ellipticals. And man, the one elliptical I need is not where I thought I had it. So I've got circle ellipticals. I got my French curve. I've got this guy, the triangle, for drawing straight lines. Oh, there he is. I see him. He's peeking out over here. This one is a whole bunch of smaller. It's an elliptical, but it's at different degrees. So they're circles, but at varying degrees. This is great for what I need it for. So let me see here. I'm gonna go use an 8. Let's see, where's my 8? There's my 8. So got my circles here. Gonna find one that'll fit that pretty good. I'm gonna use an 8 because I want it to be a little thicker, because I'm thinking in the colors it's you can get a cool glow when if the line's like super dinky and small, kind of like these. You can do a cool effect with the colors with it, like a screen or something, but if it's a little thicker and you have more black, I feel like the screen shows up more. So I'm gonna make that a little thicker, so all these little things will be glowing. It's very cyborg-esque from the Justice League. So that's kind of the look I was going for. So he's just creating all these cool guns that are popping out of his arm. All right, there's another one up here. Kind of messed that up a little. Okay. And then I think I did 2. Those could be circles. Just circles. Let's do 2 circles up here. 1, 2. And I'm trying to like make it look alien the best I can. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'm kind of working off of a very, very sketchy rough, so I didn't get very tight. So I don't know what I was thinking when I drew that, but I gotta figure it out. These thicker. My chair is very squeaky today. Okay, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. I was doing something over here. I kind of want to do kind of like curved stuff, just making it pop out of everywhere, making it very 3-dimensional. So curve over here, curve over here, and okay, now for some straight lines. Humphrey Bear, what's going on? Fan Art Monday. Oh yeah. Every day is Fan Art Day, Humphrey Bear. Except when you're not drawing for, your fans. But I am drawing for my fans because, I'm drawing. And you're here. And you're a fan. So, welcome to Fan Art Monday. But you're not going to get this artwork, though. That's the only difference. It's the only thing. Let's see here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Humphrey Bear's an artist. He does all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I tell you where to go check out his work, but I don't know where to tell you to check out his work. So Humphrey Bear, if you want people to check out your work, let them know where they can find you on the webs. Dun, 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 dun. Humphrey Bear has been working hard. He's enlarging his portfolio so he can get more clients and do more stuff. So way to go, Humphrey Bear, man. Do it. Get your stuff out there, man. So the Blue Beetle movie is coming out, and I do conventions, and I need stuff to sell. People usually like stuff that's at the movies, and they tend to buy stuff that's at the movies. So whenever there's a movie coming out, you know, the prints for that character, just like, that's what everybody wants. So what the people want, I try and give them. And it's very helpful for sales as well. Let's be honest. If they want it and you got it, guess what? You get their money, not the other guy. So there you go. If they want Batman and Wolverine and you got it, guess what? They're going to get it from you. Because the other guy next to you, he might not have Batman and Wolverine. But guess what? I do. I've got Batman and Wolverine. So that's how it works. At least that's what I've noticed. And actually, somebody at Wondercon asked me, they're like, do you have Blue Beetle? I'm like, no, I don't have him. They asked about a commission. So maybe they'll just buy this one. That would be cool. It's like, I'm already done. So we shall see. We'll see what happens. I hope he follows me on social media. Then he'll know I actually did it. All right. By the way, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good day at work. I was kind of productive today. I changed the brakes on our van. They're like making lots and lots of noise, so I had to change those. So I got the brakes changed. What else did I do? Gosh, I feel like I didn't do anything else. Oh yeah, I worked on a Conan commission. I got that. I had to kind of like light box it. Did a rough, but I need to ink it, so I had to do that. So I got that ready. Now I'm just kind of doing some light drawing here. If you can consider this light drawing. This is fun, just drawing for Eric drawing. That's what this is. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my 8? I need 8. There. Freehanding this, might want to, yeah, I'm going to go this one. I'll make this all black. And I'm going to use whiteout, add some lines in there, because it's going to look wonky if I just kind of go for it that way. This, let's see, this is set back, so I'm going to add some shadow back here. Push this behind his arm. Shadow, something like that. And there's just all this other crazy gadgetry going on, alien-like stuff. There's Tucker. What's up, Tucker? Humphrey Bear, what did you say? Hello. Okay, thanks. My YouTube channel. All right, Humphrey Bear dropped a YouTube channel. My Instagram, nice. There you go. Very cool. All right, all right. I don't know what to do there. Okay. Okay. The cannons on the top. We're gonna need. Well, no. I was gonna freehand it, but then nope. Hold on. Let's go with this. I want this to be correct. So let's see here. Now one of these circles, where is it? Nope, it's gone. Oh, maybe I cut it out. One of these circles had like a little plastic nib sticking out, and every time I draw a circle, it would mess it up, but I think I cut it out. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. Because I always had to worry, like, oh man, which one am I getting? Is it going to work? But I'm pretty sure I cut it out. A little thicker, something like that. All right, let's see here. Gotta center that circle. I should probably use a 3. Use your 3. If I use an 8, it's gonna be too thick. All right, so center that circle. The shadow always kind of throws me off a bit. Get that around there like perfectly, but it's never perfect. But hey, at least they both look similar. That's good. All right, so so 2 cannons up top. Going down, and then another circle down here. I could, let's see, might look better perspective wise if it's a little bit different degree, changing a little bit. Let's go like that. Here's the bottom. Let's see, this one here. Bit of a tangent there on the hand, but it's all right. It's a cannon. All right, now let's make this connected somehow. Again, it's alien tech, so I'm trying to make it look cool. But what does alien tech look like? I've never seen alien tech. Just assuming this would be attaching somehow, somewhere. Boom, boom, boom. Arm. And then let's see. We're gonna have to. I'm just gonna draw something in his hand that he's holding on to. Almost like, and then draw the fingers under here. Something like that. Just gonna draw in all the shadows on his hand. All right. This would be black. Cut out a few lines, maybe. These would have light popping out of them. Something like that. Let's see. Let's just. I'm gonna freehand some other stuff. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. See, again, these lines, I don't love them because they're not consistent. So I'm going to do what I did on the other one. Blacken this whole area in, and then I can go over it with the white out, and it should look more consistent. Or I could do it in Photoshop. I usually do use Photoshop for fixing mistakes. So I try and do it traditionally. And if I mess it up, then I just, in Photoshop, I fix my mistakes. So this is a 10 jelly roll pen, but at least it's more consistent than if I just drew it. So here, let's go here again. 1, 2, 3. See, that just looks more consistent than if I just tried to do it freehand. All right. Let me make this thicker, I mean. Make it thicker. Should stand out more. And then after I draw in the lines for the background, it's gonna disappear a little bit. And because he's more in the foreground, he's the focus, I want all his lines to be nice and beefy and bigger, and then it's gonna just make him pop out more. If all your lines are the same line weight, you're definitely gonna need colors to make things pop out and appear in the foreground and background more, but you could use line weight. Line weight is great for the eye visually, figuring out what's in the foreground, what's in the background. So keep that in mind when you're inking. All right. And then, like, you know, this line this is like popping out behind his back, and that's actually a little thicker than what's in the foreground. So that can trick your eyeball a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it right this second, but I'm going to put in this other, whatever that is in the background there. Okay, how about a number 2, and we're going to draw some lines on there. Some shading. All right. And then I'm contemplating on this mask, I kind of drew some lines down here. I think if it's all black, it would probably look better. So let me do this. Give it a look-see. That'll make the lines on his mask pop out more, the blue lines. So I'm going to do that. I think that'll make it stand out a bit more. Just go to the edge. All right. I like that. Let's go make this thicker. And then I want that to be thicker, so boom. Well, I can go like that. All right. Make this black. Okay, that's his arm sticking through there. Now for his hand. Should probably use a brush. It would go a lot quicker. It lays down the ink a lot faster. All right. Let's see. This is a very Jim Lee pose, and I'm sure I saw it somewhere, but I'm just going to say it's after Jim Lee, just because somebody's going to be like, you stole that. And I promise you, when I drew this, I wasn't looking at any picture Jim Lee drew, but you know, I know he's done many a pose like this, so just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to put after Jim Lee. I think I've seen like a Superman pose like this. I tried to look for it, but I couldn't find it to make sure. I was like, have I seen him draw this? Because that's just a classic Jim Lee pose. So, even though I wasn't trying to do like a rip off or anything, it's just how it came out. So, but I'll give him credit just because I don't want to swipe anything. I don't want to get, you know, accused of swiping. That would not be fun. Wonder if after a while, like, I won't be able to draw anything because it'll be done before. You know, oh man, this is, you swiped that from so and so. It's like, no, I didn't. I promise. I just never saw that picture. Oh, I don't even know if his wings look like this, but I don't care. Sounds like my chair needs some WD-40. Not going to be a perfectly straight line, but it's okay. Okay, slowly getting there, slowly coming together here. We got some more people in the chat. What's going on? Let me say, hey, we got a Corey Barton. What's going on? Looks awesome. Thanks, man. Spirit of Green. What's going on? Nice. Blue Beetle. Everyone just drawing, hanging out. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Are you, Corey, you drawing anything? Just curious. I bet you he is. Corey's always drawing, man. Got to hang out with Corey's brother, Clayton, the other night. Got to do it was a pre-recording, so it's not out yet, but it will be. So that was really fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, man, you guys got lots of stuff going on. Probably stuff you can't even share, like secret stuff. It's always the best stuff, the secret stuff. Stuff that's in the works, but it's not ready to bring to the light of the world yet. And I'm just making stuff up with this alien tech that, you know, don't even know. Probably look cooler in colors, because then it could be glowing and it's blue and it's just awesome. But right now it's just, it's alright. Just draw a few more lines. Kind of try and do some kind of, I don't know, Egyptian looking lines. Seems like that's kind of what they were going for with the scarab beetle, you know, maybe. To be honest, I've never read Blue Beetle, and we're just doing this to sell as a print. And because somebody asked me if I had a Blue Beetle, and I didn't, and I'm like, but I could draw one. And like I said, if movies are coming out, people always want the prints of the stuff that's at the movies, so gotta take advantage of it while it's, you know, it's not gonna be new forever. But man, Spider-Man, he always sells. Batman always sells, even when there's not a movie out or coming out. But I guess Batman and Spider-Man, there's always a movie around the corner, right? So, but those are just everybody's faves. All right, well, that's him. I'll probably add some lines, but I'll probably do that in the colors in Photoshop. If I color it, I don't know if I'll color it. Maybe. We'll see how much time I have. But yeah, just those veins and lines in the wings. So now, let's do the background. I will use, my 5's been acting dumb with my micron pen, so I might use 8. But I'll try 5. I'll see how 5 is behaving, and we'll go with that. Because I don't want them to be super thick, but I do want them to be nice and crispy. I started doing the background on this one, but yeah. And I don't think I'm quite done with him either. So I got a little bit more work to do on him. But he's almost there. He's almost there. And yeah. So, all right. Since we're doing backgrounds, I said this was a background drawing kind of show. A few pointers that I try and keep in mind with backgrounds. You know, I got my foreground character. To avoid tangents, I always, because I can picture maybe like another one of these kind of, it's not a cliff. What's it on a building? It's like a little alcove. I don't know. It sticks out. I could picture one like here as well. But if his leg is going this way, so if I'm drawing lines this way, could create like a tangent coming off. So to avoid that, I always just draw diagonal lines off of, you know, the main character or whatever to avoid tangents. Because if it goes the same direction, it will be a tangent in some way. But if it's going off of it, a little more perpendicular, it will not be a tangent. So there you go. So that's what I do when it comes to backgrounds and such. And then I could have, yeah, see, I want to draw a line that way, but I guess as long as it's far enough apart, it will not be a tangent. And I'm just eyeballing this. Something here. Don't know. Bum, 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 bum. And yeah, I think originally I had 4 wings. I'm just going to go with 2. Okay, got that situated. Go with 5. I'm working on my secret stuff. Spirit of the Green says. Nice. Working on the secret stuff. Sweet. Releasing a couple pages soon. Nice. Very nice. All right, and since the vanishing point will be down below on this one, on the Spider-Man 2099, it is above him. So as the vanishing point goes, so goes my line. So the line is going to get smaller as it gets closer to the vanishing point. And that, again, just kind of helps with the eye to know, okay, it's disappearing a little bit. It's going to that quote-unquote vanishing point. The line is vanishing. And then some of this, I could even have it vanishing sooner. Again, because if I'm doing colors in my mind, I'm imagining and I'm picturing there's going to be a lot of bright light down here in this area. So some of these lines can just be disappearing into that light. I could draw the lines and then just kind of blur them out in Photoshop as I do the colors. few things I could do with that, but again, I can kind of just show that via the line weight, just have it vanishing. So add a little bit thicker there. This one will definitely be not as bright, or not as thick. So it's going to be definitely vanishing. Uh-oh, my phone died. Did my phone die? It certainly did. Well, I was trying to record and do a little hyperlapse video as I drew as well, so we'll see if my phone actually got that. If it died, it might not have. Bummer. I meant to keep an eye on that. I'm multitasking today. I'm trying to do stuff for YouTube, Facebook, and something to have for a hyperlapse video, but my plans may have been thwarted. My phone had other plans, apparently. See, now an 8 would come in handy here because an 8's thicker, and I want a thicker line up above, thinner below. So let's go over this line and move my ruler just a tad. I'm gonna make this line bigger. And the cool thing with backgrounds, you can like alternate. So like this could be a thick line, this could be a thin line, and you could kind of alternate. So that way, you know, again, just creating that idea of space and dimension with your line weight is helpful. Your eye will pick it up and just register it. Oh, okay, that's further, or that's more important than that line. And it's, you know, details. The thinner lines are the details on the building. The outer lines are the thicker lines on the building. Just little tricks and tips. Tricks and tips. You could stagger the line. Sometimes like background lines, if you're doing like effects and stuff, you know, some of them can be staggered. Like kind of like dot, 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 skip a few, you know, just do some interesting stuff. They don't all have to be exactly the same. You can mess with them and make them more interesting. And I usually beef up the line weight underneath or on the bottom of things, just because then it, again, it's like kind of can shadow almost, I guess you can say. It's disappearing from darkness to light. It's a good thing to keep in mind. From thick to thin, from dark to light. Oh. Okay. Some more lines here. So now this line, see, here's an example of a tangent. This line where I drew it, if I ink this, it's going to be right on that point where the wing is ending. So that would totally be a tangent. So I'm not even going to touch that line. I'll add another one, but I'll just move it over. This one will be thin, thinner, this one thicker. Just makes things more interesting. So then I'll add that line thicker, so it's almost like you kind of get the impression that, you know, it's a corner, it's a corner. This one's like sticking out towards us. But I'm not going to draw it there because it's going to be a tangent. So get my trusty ruler again, stick it in my stomach to keep it in the same place. Start at this line, see if it matches up with this line. Paper moved. It's a quick way. It's hard to keep everything steady at the same time. Okay, so I'm a little off. Let me turn my paper. It's better. That's better. And right there. Now it's not a tangent. Look, it's not right on the end. Okay, now I'm going to move it a little bit more. Excuse my hairy arms. And let's make that a little thicker. Bam. All right. There we go. Did it. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go. So there's a line back here. This would be here. I think I was up a little higher. Okay, so there's that one there. But I'm going to have this one not even touch his body because that's probably going to be some sort of tangent. So I'm just going to lightly go like that. I'm not even going to touch that. That'll be hidden in the background because it's kind of, even that line is right in line with his leg. So that's just going to be blurred out because that'll be kind of crazy. So the idea in my mind is I envision it, lots of light coming up from underneath from the city below. This can be, the buildings on the sides can be more detailed, but as you get back into space here, it's going to kind of be blurry or disappear. But you can have little areas of light just kind of like popping out. I could even draw a few, lights that are down there, just to kind of give it a little bit of detail, but not too much. All right, so then this, yeah, that could be, doesn't have to be the same angle there, so that could go here. If you guys have ever seen my Batman Beyond illustration I did, it's a good example of how I kind of like made the background fade out and in and below him it kind of fades. And I drew a bunch of lines and stuff, which I was thinking about doing here. So lots of crosshatch lines, but fading down to the light below. I could do that, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll just kind of do that in the colors. I think it'll look better. Okay, there. Freehand this. Feel confident I can do that. All right. Now this line would be thicker because it's like the edge of the building. So let me do that in there. Let's see. I'm just totally eyeballing this, but if we're going to go like this, that there. Again, I'm not going for perfection, but that would be something like that. Or should I just trace the line I drew? No, we're gonna go like this. I think it'll work. Okay. Draw this here. Move this over. That's why I like my rolling ruler, because then it's like, I know it's gonna be parallel with that other line. And show you what I mean. If I want the two lines to be parallel, I can just roll it right over to the other one and it stays. Look at that. Perfection every time. Okay. And then I wanted to do one line over here. The 5. I didn't draw that line very big. It's kind of staggered a bit, so I know where it's going. That's done. All right, other side. So these lines are not, they're not perfect. In fact, they're kind of jacked up. Let's be honest, they're jacked up. I could keep that, but then these lines I think I'd have to redo because it's hard to picture where this vanishing point would be. Let me see something. Eyeball it and see if I like, if I'm just guessing here, the vanishing point would be somewhere over here maybe. And yeah, see, I did that the wrong direction. So you got a picture of the Earth. Vanishing point is way down there. You're above looking down, so the vanishing point would be down below, down in this area. But then this, I kind of went the wrong direction on my vanishing point. My vanishing point should be up here, not at my belly. So I had the vanishing point in the wrong direction. So that's why that is not working. So I can keep these. These would be pretty much in line almost. So I can keep these, but I'm definitely going to have to redo the ones that I was going to draw over here. I was not thinking through that one. Sometimes I get mixed up as to where my vanishing point should be. I don't like perspective, to be honest. It's been always kind of struggled with it. I have. And my eraser is not being good right now. Coming up on an hour. Wow. Get that chunk off there. Perspective has not been my strong suit. No. All right, so let's try this again. Picturing a vanishing point way over here. I mean, it could be, as long as my ruler crosses the page and I can get it to the paper, I can go as far as I need to. So let me keep it here, turn the paper, and I can adjust these lines if I have to. All right, so these are a little off. But again, I'm more concerned with these lines down here. So start down here. Much better, much better, much better. Okay, so come back here, fix my paper, because this is just going to move all over the place. But so don't move, don't move. Got to lift the ruler up, place it down where you want that line. I'm going to put a line across here. And even if it's not exactly where I really want it, if I have the guideline here, it's helpful later on. Okay. Don't move. Right. There. Stop moving. Ah! I don't want to tape my paper down, which is what I could do, but sometimes the tape rips my paper, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I'm not taping this down. I'm doing this the quick and easy way. All right, so I want to line up here. If I'm going to do the building in Photoshop, I'm probably going to do more vertical lines than I am horizontal anyway. So, but let's just put some lines up here just so I know later on. Dun, 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 dun. This line will be there. Okay, add some lines over here. Okay, add some other stuff over here. Okay, all right, that looks much better. It was all out of whack before. That looks much better. Okay, good. Now let me go back here. Extend this line all the way up. See if I did that right. It's not perfect, but let's see here. I should have just extended that line all the way up to first time. So it's this one, and it wants to go all the way up. Some of those lines I'm gonna have to erase. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Slowly but surely, gonna get there. But that is all for today. I got to get ready. We are leaving soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Little impromptu drawing session. Working on stuff, finishing stuff up. Yeah. So more to go on this. I also have the Conan commission I'm working on. This is just kind of fun stuff. I need a little break. I did brakes on my car today, so I needed a break from doing my brakes. And this is just what I needed. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being there. And like and subscribe and share if you like how Eric does lousy perspective. Please share it with all of your friends. I'm sure they would enjoy it too. All right, guys. Take care. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.